Open Britain co-founder, former business minister Anna Soubry, who we saw at the end of that film, joined us now. Good morning to you, Anna. Thank you for joining us this morning. You're not in the studio, but I'm sure you've seen some of the fronts of the papers this morning. The Daily Express has a headline, Britain's economy booms post-Brexit. Our UK output soared to a 25-year high. Despite all the doom and gloom surrounding Brexit, the fact that our economy was going to falter and we were all going to struggle, it seems like things have actually been very positive.
Well, look, it would be a very peculiar politician that didn't welcome good news on the economy. The caution I would put in, of course, is that this is one set of figures. And in fact, those figures a few months ago were particularly bad. I'm actually very concerned about what we call the GDP figures, which were very good for April and then fell away in June. But good figures are to be welcomed. But, you know, make no mistake about it, we have all seen a huge economic shock after our decision to leave the EU. And one of the reasons why things haven't been as bad as had been predicted is because of the urgent action taken by the Bank of England. And I also believe the fact that my party got on with it, got a new leader in, and Theresa May is a very safe pair of hands. So we've provided that stability and assurance to the markets, so, I fear there will be more to come.
If that's the case, and the stability is there, thanks to your party, thanks to Theresa May's safe pair of hands, she's already come out and said that she's going to aim to try and sort out the immigration issue. She's going to look for the best deal for Great Britain that we could could possibly have. Why do we need your new group putting pressure on the government? Why would they not be looking for absolutely the best deal for the country?
Well, actually, I think it's quite interesting that the people who are coming forward with the bold ideas about what Brexit should look like are actually those of us that didn't want to leave the EU in the first place. So we accept, absolutely, the decision of the British people for us to leave the EU. Now we need to know what Brexit looks like. That's why we say we want to be a member of that single market. That's why we say, yes, we want the free movement of labour, but we want to mend it, not end it. And then we have other ideas that we are putting forward, because we need this now rigorous debate about how we deliver the very best deal for the British people. And I think it's quite interesting at the moment, it's us Remainers, the old Remainers, that are coming forward with those ideas. It's absolutely beholden on the Brexiteers, and there are three of the leading Brexit people in the cabinet. We haven't heard what their vision of Brexit is yet. So we've come forward, we want people to join us and share our vision of the best deal for Britain.
You say that, but the Secretary of State for leaving the EU, David Davis, has said that Britain will be able to curb migration, gain tariff-free access to the single market after it leaves the EU. So they have given their vision, and in a way you're sort of repeating what they are saying. And some people will say, is this just your effort to try and stay relevant, having lost the argument?
Not at all. I mean, I think, if I may say, that we want to be a full member of the single market. That means that we trade with all those other 27 countries free of tariffs and free of custom duties. I'm not quite sure that David Davis has accepted that he's prepared to take all of that, because what he wants to do is to really curb immigration in a way which I don't think would be very good for business. Whereas we say, yes, we believe in the free movement, but I accept, absolutely, the current system doesn't seem fair to the majority of people in our country. So that's why we say we want to mend it, not end it. And I think, with respect, I think people like David and other Brexiteers actually want to end the free movement of labour.
OK, former business minister and Open Britain co-founder Anna Soubry, thanks for joining us this morning.
17 million people have voted for leave.
Yep.
I don't know how many people voted on the basis of that advert, but that was a huge part of the propaganda. You're now saying that's a mistake?
We have a £10 billion a year, a £34 million a day featherbed. That is going to be free money that we can spend on the NHS,